gay?
E.
We Boolean.
All right.
I don't know.
Take.
Fucking
All right. All right. Take 2 of GnF podcast episode 0, episode 1. I don't know.
This is the pilot.
Yeah, it's
This
a
is
pilot.
Episode 1/2.
So,
One
just
and a half.
for context, we just recorded 20 minutes of footage, and my dumbass
went to
forgot.
naught.
Yeah, it went to shit because I forgot to fucking turn on the desktop audio, so you couldn't hear
Well, I gotta
anybody.
go.
All right. Well,
It's okay if somebody said the N-word.
oh, true.
I wonder who.
All right. So the girl who just left,
Ah.
that was Alyssa, one of the oldest
pretty
friends of mine from online. And from the top of the list going down, we have Nuke. Say hello.
Hello.
We have Russ.
Hi.
We have Angel.
Hi.
And myself, Gabe. Hi. Fuck you. And Evan.
Nice.
Hi.
All right. So should we go along the same guidelines as before, like how we first started?
Continue our introduction. Sure.
Yeah, we like
So-
summarization. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's just summarize.
Oh, move Alyssa in.
What? Oh, she's back. Hello.
You gotta move her in.
Yes. Hello, Alyssa. Welcome back.
What if she misclick? Bro, what if we hear
She's on mobile.
farting?
Oh,
she's
true.
on mobile. Okay.
What if we hear farting? Okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We're just gonna do mobile boys.
All right.
Hell
So,
yeah.
to save time for the more interesting topics, we're gonna just summarize what we said earlier.
I
And
never said anything.
shut up.
Okay.
All
It
right.
was
So,
pretty unique, not gonna lie.
our little group here is called GnF, a gaming clan that formed on Roblox about 2 years ago. I am the current clan leader, have been for the past 2 years. We have our one of 2 admins in the podcast right now, which is Evan, and everyone else are very high rank members.
We're gay.
It's just because we type a lot in the chat, so
Yeah, they are the most
I
active
don't have a
people.
life.
Okay, thank you for that information. All right.
You're welcome.
I don't know if I should go into like the lore of GNF
the
because
lore GNF lore.
lore, yeah, GNF lore. Basically, it's just the original group, but they're like inactive as hell. I'm like the only person remaining from the original group. But,
How does it feel to be old, dude?
Dude, he's like 12. Shut up.
It's not fun being old. It's pretty stressful sometimes.
You think you're old?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I
Pay
have work
tax.
tomorrow.
Evan, you're like only a couple
I'm
months
like,
older than
I'm like 45.
No, you're not. You're only a
Dude,
year
you
older
could
than
be
I
my
am.
dad.
Well, you can be my sugar daddy.
Oh,
Maybe I already am.
Let me check the audio again just to be
Oh.
safe. Yep,
I-
everything's recording. All right.
I was there when
nice.
it died.
I'm
Epic gamer.
Like, oh
Hi,
no,
YouTube.
desktop audio was off again.
No, our 3 minutes of footage.
How could we ever recover?
How
Okay,
ever
listen,
will
if
we recover
if
from
if I have to listen to Gabe do another intro, I'll actually shoot myself.
Wow. All right. Well, you're gonna have
gotta blur
to.
that part out.
I'm just joking.
I think you might want to blur that part
Oh,
out.
we missed my LEA intro. God, now I'm sad.
I mean, I could always just edit it in.
We'll
Oh,
do it
okay.
again.
Blom, blom, blom.
Okay. Anyways, lore. Yes.
All right. So it started off with me playing Roblox one day. One of my favorite studios at the time, Stylus Studios, good dev team, who made called Robloxia 5, where I met Alyssa here. Known her for a number of years until she got me to make a Discord around 2016, 2017. Rough estimate.
Early 2017, I believe.
I think so. It sounds accurate. And since the time of Core 5, they made a new game called Phantom Forces that I put a lot of hours in. About a year or two into playing Phantom Forces, I ran into a really good player by the name of Mystic Optimistic, who we know as Karina, which was one of the very first founding members of GnF, along with another friend that we met there named Crashy, and his name is Joe, and another friend named Tyler, who has left GnF in the dust like a black dad.
Ouch.
I think he died.
I felt that.
Yeah. Tyler was known as Ubhaz back in the day, and if Alyssa never had me make a Discord, we would have never had our clan today. So she's kind of the
Hooray for Alyssa! Yay!
Yeah.
May her soul rest in peace.
Who's clapping someone's cheeks?
I am. I am the
Done.
cheek.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Mm.
Evan, open your mouth. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, no, stop.
I don't like that.
I don't think this is the correct environment for this.
Yeah.
Consent is just a myth.
Alright. From the first what do you call it? The birth of GnF, our very first member to join was Russell. So Russell, you could tell us a little bit
Nice,
about
man.
yourself.
Yeah, he's premature.
Yeah, I haven't grown out of my baby teeth yet.
No, I was calling you.
Russ, go ahead and tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm Asian, and I like names, and I laugh at disabled people.
That was
That's good information, not gonna lie.
It's
Oh.
cutting
my
out.
God.
I laugh at this same peep.
all right.
It's not my fault. My computer sucks.
Uh,
Alright.
Cooper.
My computer sucks, so I blame disabled people.
Alright. And from Russell, Evan is next. So tell us a little about yourself, Evan.
okay. I am GNF admin. I'm
Alright.
I'm Boolean,
Okay.
That was hard.
and I have
Alright.
and I have a stuttering issue. There you go.
Do you really?
Nice.
I think so.
He just self
I think so.
diagnosed right now. He's like, well, I got a stuttering issue.
I mean, if you
It's
actually,
okay, bro. Me too.
if you actually do, I never really noticed it. I always thought it was like on purpose.
No, it's
It's
not on
just-
purpose. It's not on
Wait.
purpose at all.
The,
If I could, I would just
we don't.
make
we don't ever-
sentences correctly,
fuck.
but
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to follow.
What?
Make long sentences because whenever we're in normal call with like.
Bro,
with
you
linguists,
cut out.
We're just fucking screaming.
yeah, I don't make I don't make sentences. I
So
just
yeah,
make random
You want-
noises.
You want to say that again? Your mic cut out.
but whenever we're on calls, we don't make actual sentences. Usually, most of it. We'll be like screaming or just doing call outs or whatever shit like that. So
Yeah, that's pretty true.
we don't ever have really long conversations.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, whenever I'm actually using my actual like mouth instead of typing, and I'm actually trying to create sentences, I always get my voice always gets.
Bro,
See, right?
Yeah.
It just happened.
you need to move your brain servers to North America because
Yeah.
My brain's
stop
stuck.
fucking playing in China.
My brain's stuck in North Korea. I can't get out.
All right. So from Evan, we can move on to Nuke, as Nuke was referred to the server by Evan.
Yeah, Evan brought me to serve because I used to come from his old community. It was pretty fucking shitty.
Yeah.
It was filled with a lot of toxic people, and I felt like, what was the point of even staying here until then? I got introduced because I wanted to go into somewhat of a friendly community, and I'm here now. So yeah, it's all because of Evan.
Fuck.
All right.
It's just dying. I am just
Sorry,
I am
inhaled
just
some
sitting here.
dust.
Another GNF member has fallen.
All right.
God damn.
I think the last person to join the server in this podcast is Alyssa.
No, it was Angel.
Angel.
No,
What?
I'm pretty sure you joined after Angel because you're.
I joined before Angel.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Alyssa was already here.
all right, well,
Like I was from the group that we have right now. I'm pretty sure I was the last one to join, or maybe Ryan after. Was Ryan already here?
You were
Uh,
like, yeah, you were
Ri-
second to last.
Ryan
Ryan's pretty-
joined, I think, about 6 months in. I don't remember. I know it was.
Ryan's pretty recent, isn't he? I thought he was more recent than
He
that.
was really more recent.
It was.
I thought he was only here for like a year so far.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Be,
Okay, so I
Because aside from GNF, I also made a guild for some really shitty
Yeah.
Roblox game called Well, I didn't make
Sword
it.
Bruise 2.
Renegades.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on,
Taco
gonna
Dev.
copyright us. Don't talk about it. 'Cause
yeah just
you know how greedy Alex is, dude.
Totally
what?
not Sword Bruise 2.
How what, Alex is?
You know how
Greedy.
greedy that dude is.
I mean, I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know much about him. I just know that
Alex is a stupid.
Hey, go, Russ, Russ.
Sorry, recording. We don't want to bleep anything out yet.
it's funny because it actually cut out for me on my.
No, he did on
It cut out
purpose.
for me.
He did it on
Yeah.
purpose.
Oh,
He cut out
okay.
he cut out on purpose. Yeah.
Okay, I thought he actually went through it.
Just
Oh my
edit in some
God.
Keemstar over him.
You thought.
Whew, okay. Well, I made this guild called Renegades. It was previously owned by another friend of mine from like 2014. I took over, recruited a ton of people, and our friend Lero, or Ryan, is one of those people.
Hell yeah,
And that's
that was
who,
a good decision.
yeah, and that's who we're talking about for the context.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
That was a
well,
huge fork in the path.
yeah.
That
Listen,
wasn't fork. That was fork.
fork.
That was definitely cliffhanger right here.
All right. So what did we get this off of?
Well, it's between you and Alyssa, but Alyssa says she joined before you, so I don't know if you guys wanna like.
I guess she's going first. Ladies first. I guess.
Ah.
Alyssa.
Alyssa.
Oh, she's on the freeway right now. All right.
Oh, I
Alright,
guess
well-
I'll go first then.
Yeah, go for it.
Remember, ladies first.
What am I describing?
Just just talk about yourself. How you came to be in
Yeah.
this clan, and so forth.
Okay. Well, like most of the people here, I joined after meeting one member on Roblox. It was actually Kylie, and we had been messaging on Roblox for a bit, and then she like told me to get fucking kick. Yeah, kick of all things. Yeah. So then after that, I think it must have been around the time that she joined GnF. I think she invited me one day while we were playing, and I joined. And as soon as I joined, like I guess I joined at a time when the chat was pretty active because everybody was there, from what I can remember. And then I just remember Karina like claiming me or trying to claim me as her mom or as her son or some shit like that.
Yeah. Karina
And
had that
then-
thing where she wanted to be everybody's mom.
Yeah, then since I guess I had been talking to Kylie for longer, I told her she could be my mom instead. So Karina was pretty salty about that. It was still hella funny, just like because before that I had only been on a couple Discord servers from like League of Legends, which they're all fucking cancer.
I mean,
So it was a nice breath of fresh air to play with some people and to meet people that weren't absolute degenerates for the most part.
Yeah.
I said for the most part because I think right now all the degenerates are in this call, but that's just me.
I mean, we're all degenerates. We're all fucked up in our own way.
Hey man, I
guess.
didn't say fucked up, right? I said degenerates.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. I think degenerates is worse.
What? Generous?
We pretty
De-
fucked up.
No,
Generous.
degenerate.
Ellen the
difference.
degenerate.
Alright,
Who's
well,
Ellen?
Fucked up, bro.
are you able to talk, Alyssa, or no?
I think she's still on the freeway.
I mean, the freeway isn't over in like
Oh,
2 minutes,
I'm just,
my guy.
bro. I'm
Does
just
it sound
wondering.
fun?
Huh?
Yeah, you sounded fine.
I sound fine. Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Where do I start?
Bro, I can hear the wind.
I like wind.
Where,
Nah, I
where do I
farted.
start though?
Yes.
Wait, come on, I need to answer. Where do I start?
Who was the first member you met? How were you invited to the clan? And what were your first impressions of it?
Okay, so the first person that I met from the server was Mr. Gakko right over there, the host
Me.
of Exposed.
No, his
And,
name's 928.
No, it's not. It's Taco.
What was it? It was Mr. Taco 21.
Yeah, that was my very first
Oh,
username. The memories.
Yeah. I
Okay.
believe it was in middle school. I literally just asked him a question and he went crazy in chat. And it was after I like killed him with the bazooka, and then I asked him a question and he got upset.
Yeah, she was being
and,
toxic in the chat.
Dude, I'm
Of course
always
he was.
toxic. Anyways,
Toxic motherfucker.
I love you, Angel. Anyways, fast forward about 6 years, I believe, 6, 7. I told him about Discord after
I'm
finding
ordering
him on
pizza.
Instagram again. Ordered me pizza. And yeah. He invited me. I looked at your guys' server clan and I literally was like, I don't want to join. That sounds disgusting. I remember saying I didn't want to join GnF for like a good solid 6 months. And then after a while, I just caved in and I was like, you know what, sure. And now I'm here.
Epic.
Yeah, I remember Alyssa being very reluctant to join. She did not want to touch the server at all for
Yeah, I
like
did
for a couple
I saw
months.
the name. I saw the name and I was like, you're actually just a DJ.
She didn't want to get GnF rabies.
Yeah, pretty
Now
much.
I have you
Or
guys.
babies.
Now
Yeah, we
she
licked her all over.
now she's over here telling my members like, "Oh, I'll have your babies."
Wait a second.
What?
That's
No,
false
she's gonna
information.
impregnate us. What do you
Heck
mean?
yeah, dude. With my 3. Oh wait, hold on. I can't say that.
Mm.
Okay.
All right.
I liked where that was going, but I can't like it for the sake of it.
Thank
I didn't agree with him at that end.
All right, Gabe. I remember why I ghosted you.
Why?
It was because I was on leave for those 2 years.
Oh my god.
I couldn't
Yes.
put on to leave. That's why I was like, you could never get contact with me.
I remember oh, there was a time period where like I loved playing with her because she was such like a great sniper on that game called Robloxia 5.
That game was easy.
But I mean, it was really easy, but like when people were good, like you knew they were good because
Yeah, they was you like wouldn't get a chance to move from your fucking spawn.
Yeah,
Now
dude.
I literally touch the computer and I'm like, what do I do with this? How do I?
Yeah, Alyssa fucking sucks now. She should just like stop playing games.
Wow.
I'm
No,
joking. I'm
keep
messing
playing
with you.
games with me. Don't.
Play
No,
Minesweeper.
please. I need somebody to play me. Who's gonna keep me in check?
But yeah, Alyssa was one of my biggest rivals. She was like, I always felt like she was much better than I was in sniping, but she would always tell me that I was a better sniper, and we would always just go back and forth.
Mhm.
That's what got me
That's
into making
sex.
friend groups, online. Thanks to her.
Yeah,
Bless your heart, Alyssa.
it's a really good community.
I mean, not really. It's Roblox, but I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We out
Very
here
good.
Robloxian.
All right, should we
Hey.
move into one of the topics that have been listed?
Yeah, we just have to look through them.
Yeah.
The Declaration of Independence.
Someone can. Okay.
Oh
The
my
government created the Declaration of
What is
Independence to
going
increase sales
on?
production.
This is what God intended.
Hold on. This is the topic. This is the topic right here. Okay, since when the fuck does Pizza Hut have fucking stuffed Cheez-It pizza?
What stuffed
What?
Pizza?
stuffed Cheez-It?
They have
What the
hell is
stuffed
a
Cheez-It
cheese?
pizza.
Like
That's-
the Cheez-Its, like the crackers?
Is
Like
is
the
it like
fucking
melted
crackers.
or is it crunchy?
Okay, it looks like a fucking Cheez-It.
But
Huh?
is it okay? Explain it to us. Is it
Dude, buy me one.
crunchy?
I'll
Is
try
it
Send the fucking
melted?
picture.
Dude,
Okay.
buy me one. I'm trying that shit.
Yeah,
It says
same.
stuffed.
My fat
Now,
ass
let
was
me go
already
fuck-
liking this.
Oh yeah, Gabe. If we're all like doing something like looking at a picture, for instance, you could edit the picture onto the screen.
Evan,
Yeah.
I know.
Because I don't think we want to go back to.
I'm
What
just
the
Captain.
I
I
don't think
know.
we want to go back to the
Alright.
podcast and see the Luftwaffe.
Look at this.
I'm just
fucking
saying.
No, for
Wait, it's small? Wait, they're looking like it. Okay, hold on. They're like
so
fucking dipping it in sauce. Where should I put it?
Podcast? Is relevant?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
I
okay.
think the Luftwaffe one is also it's pretty relevant too.
Like, hello?
Hi.
I'm so confused.
Wait, is that actually real?
That's
That
gross.
is real. I'm here at the Pizza Hut website. I'm like trying to order some shit so I can eat, but I
Oh, that kind of looks
it's
good
pizza.
actually. I kind of want one.
Yeah, it really does.
I don't know.
Looks
what
kind
it is.
of diabetic to me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's
I
a
don't
side.
know, man.
Oh, it's a
I might get-
side.
I mean,
Yeah,
we're all
Okay.
gonna die anyway.
It's
right.
not like a whole pizza thing.
Could you imagine?
Look at the second image.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is that?
That's fucking cursed.
Yeah. Wait, what?
It's Pizza Hut cheesy bites, dude.
Oh man.
Wait a second. What the fuck?
That's only a Pizza Hut cheesy
That's
bites.
so scuffed. Why is that there?
That feeling when you get a Pizza Hut cheesy bites.
Oh god.
This
Oh,
way you
I
When-
never
take a
asked.
bite.
When you
Okay.
cheesy.
When you get all that grease on your fingers.
Dude, I would
Oh,
fuck
no.
the eyeballs on that thing.
Okay.
No, please.
No.
Dude, look at his nose. They're just holes.
He has a
They
nose.
yeah,
Look at-
they remind me of Voldemort.
It's
Dude,
pizza. It's Pizza Mort.
Pizza Mort.
Oh jeez, I turned myself into a pizza Rick.
I'm Pizza
Oh.
Morty.
I'm pizza Mort.
Do you
Pizza Rick!
Yeah, actually, on the topic of Rick and Morty, have you guys been keeping up with the seasons? Have you guys been
No.
watching it?
Not really,
I
no.
watched.
I didn't even know
They're
they were.
making a new one.
I didn't even know they were releasing new seasons.
Yeah.
I stopped at like season 3.
Yeah,
Season-
I forgot when, but I think they're releasing a new season soon.
Yeah, they're doing promos all over
Season
Instagram.
4?
Yeah,
You did have
yeah,
more now.
season 4.
Oh, okay.
I think this is gonna be a longer season than the other ones, though.
Is it
So
gonna-
more
is it
episodes.
just, like,
Oh,
the episodes are longer, or is it just like more episodes?
More episodes, because usually
Okay.
if I remember correctly, I think they had like 10 episodes per season before, and now I think this one's gonna be, I think 20. I don't know. I have no
Oh
idea.
wow. I feel like, in my opinion, they should have just stuck with like a fixed number with their seasons, because I just don't really like it where it's like a couple of seasons have like X amount of seasons, but it's like stable, and the next season it's just gonna be like 20 or 30 episodes, and I just don't like that. You know, just because I'm just saying I don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
all
Because
the
usually
time.
it usually makes me think it's like the series finale if it comes to that end. And it's like oriented within 4 seasons.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. More episodes.
Yeah. Still on the same topic, or should we?
Sorry, I'm concentrating on ordering this pizza.
It's all good.
Are you getting the Cheez-Its?
Nah, hell no, I don't want to try that
I
shit.
I would get
Dude.
it. That looks good.
Dude, get it.
I mean, sure, you're gonna have some problems in the toilet tonight, but hey, for
It's
what
worth
it's
it.
worth.
I'll get it
Yeah.
tomorrow.
All right.
Um.
Well, when you do get it, let us know.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I'll
Should
let you guys
we,
know how that shit tastes because it kind of does seem a little hefty now. Because I
Should we?
like Cheez-Its.
Yeah, same, bro.
Yeah. Should we talk about something maybe education-wise or like
What are we even
life-wise? I don't
talking
know.
about?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to think about.
Right now, since it's just a pilot, we could just throw out random topics. It doesn't really matter what it is. Just
I
something to
actually
talk
want.
about.
Go with the
I have.
flow.
Yeah.
I have a feeling about the standardized testing things. I don't feel like they should ever become necessary, or not to like necessary, but I don't think everyone should be paying. It should be paying for it because
Standardized testing, like the SATs.
yeah, APs, ACTs, all that kind of tests. Yeah,
Mm.
I don't really understand why do people actually just pay for it, because at the end of the day, when you look at it, it's all the same test. They're literally the same, and not only that, but fucking I can take the SAT for like maybe when I don't know how much is the SAT right now. Like
I love
I don't know.
tests. I took
I
a
have
drug
no
test
idea.
and I passed.
yeah, so
Okay.
like I remember the last time I took
Bruh.
the ACT. For me, when I took the ACT, I paid $68. SAT is probably more, and a
Yeesh.
fucking AP, and the AP test is $600 fucking dollars.
No way.
For yeah,
what?
for
600.
some, depending on
I
what
paid like 120 for my AP test.
I think.
Yeah,
No, I
damn.
paid like 90 because we got a discount.
Did you get? Do you also have like a fee waiver?
I don't know.
Okay, so
think
in
so.
some senses, you can pay. There are some parts where you have to pay in some AP tests where it's like more than like $100 or 200. I think it had to be like if you're going to a high tier college like let's say Harvard or Stanford University. I think it would cost more at that end because they'll give you more topics. That's a variety and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of
we
the
all
day,
got the same prices for ours. So
but
I don't
still,
know.
at the end of the day, it shouldn't. Those tests shouldn't even cost much. Actually, shouldn't even cost at all. It should just be given to seniors, because what like I thought about it during my school year. During high
You want
school,
to take the SAT, you gotta pay a fee.
yeah, exact. That doesn't make sense because there are seniors who have to pay for the ACT test, and then they don't show up, and then because due to like bad weather incidents, and then you have to pay $32 above that along with that same test you want to take, and you're paying like let's say $80 at the end of the day, and I'm just and you're just gonna be waiting for that refund to come in because they said, oh, we're just gonna pay you back that test again because you should be only paying for $32. And you know how long that refund takes? It takes like about a fucking month or two. It shouldn't, and we're waiting it within for like days. So why are they taking more? And why would juniors get the ACT test for free, but not seniors?
Because they know they can't get any money out of the juniors, so they take it from the seniors. It's all about
Yeah.
trying to make money.
Because
no.
They're a scam, bro.
I would say like nowadays is because seniors tend to put things off until like the very last second because
That too.
I
So-
mean I agree at
They
that
get
end,
fucking
but
lazy.
yeah, and so they take advantage of that, of the desperation of wanting to get into like a good college and shit like that. So
Pretty much.
they go
yeah,
and oh, you took this long, stonks.
but
You
here's
fucking
the
money.
put up
but here's
$600.
the problem though. They don't in schools. They don't even mention what those tests are. Like they don't mention what the ACT is at all. They said, "Hey, juniors, there's an ACT test. You should definitely take it. hey, seniors,
Well,
pay for the
Yeah,
ACT
that's true.
test. And
That's
I'm
true.
like,
They
that
don't prepare
depends
you.
on the
Yeah,
school too,
I-
They
because
don't prepare. I had like when I was taking right before my ACT, I had like maybe one practice test in my pre-cal class, and that was it. That was the
And-
entire preparation.
they don't talk.
my like we had courses at my school like after school, so you could prepare for all that shit. Like they were actually on top of their shit.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to prepare for that stuff, there were outside like programs in your city that you would have
Yeah.
to sign up, that you would have to pay and
sounds
sign
lame.
up for to go
Mhm.
to.
It's
And
and
yeah,
it's like
I actually
what
got
for like
I actually got like
couple of
sent one
days.
time. It's like a summer, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like a few weeks in the summer. That's how long it
That's-
takes.
Jeez. Yeah, definitely.
I-
No, this shit would be going on during school. That's not for you, man.
Yeah, like
And
if it's school standardized, then the school shouldn't make you have to pay for it.
and then along that side, y'all know what a Title 1 school is, right?
A what?
A Title 1 school is basically government-funded schools that
A
states
tall
can't
one?
pay for. No. It's like some parts of an area, some like communities can't really pay for school, or
A tall school.
like parents would really they can't pay because they're broke, they're low on money.
Brown.
Yeah. Well, not the brown part, but you get the idea,
Yeah, it's
right?
accurate for the most part.
Yeah, but when I was talking to the district, they were talking about this whole ACT process. I'm like, okay, so you have the ACT, right? And why shouldn't it be paid for with the federal payment we're getting? Because if it's being paid by by the federal payment, how come it's not free for seniors? And how come don't you know? Why can't you put like a mandatory date when we all should take it? Because it makes sense at the end of the day, even though we're not paying for it.
Well, usually the ACT will go on in a whole different school or place. Sometimes they'll do it there, but like
I'm just saying they should just
My
schedule it.
ACTs were schedulized in our own
yeah,
school.
there
Like,
were
they had like
only certain days you could take it.
Yeah.
My ACTs were scheduled somewhere far away from my school, and I would have to drive like about 10 miles away from my school to there just to take the
Close.
test.
Bruh, that fucking
And I'm like,
sucks.
well, I mean, so like AC, like those tests are like school standardized tests, right? So why don't the schools just do it the same?
yeah, just provide it.
Yeah, just
But-
provide it,
Yeah.
make it easy to access, and yada yada yada.
Seems
And it's
pretty
such a-
sketchy.
And
Yeah.
it's a fucking sham at the same time because they have a time you have to be there. Like you need to get there so fucking early in the morning, like 8 a.m. or 7 from where I'm at, and you just got to be there. And then you have to do this whole registration process, and it's like, what the hell am I gonna do? Because it's gonna take me a long ass time to process all of this, and
Just gotta
sooner.
not be lazy and put your ass to it.
I mean, I did, of course, but it's like at the
It's
same
still
time,
really annoying.
if anything happens on the road, your tires pop, that's going to
Yep.
be a downer. A weather
Very
condition
inconsiderate
happened,
system.
yeah, and they want to charge you for that incident. They want to charge you. They like you have to pay more because you're late. I'm like that doesn't make sense because I can tell you I had like multiple accidents referring back to the ACT. I believe the first one was like the very first time I took the ACT. Right, tires fucking popped, and I'm like shit. What am I gonna do? So I called in the guys to see if they can repair it. It took me an hour to wait on the fucking highway, and wouldn't you know it, I'm late to the test. And another accident happened
did they-
because of,
Did they punish you at all for like being late to the test?
you just have to pay 32. Actually, you have to pay the whole test again, and they will refund you
Really?
that test. Yeah,
Wow.
Yep. It's pretty, yeah.
it's so fucking shammed, like because anything can happen, like bad weather, bad storms and all that, and sometimes you're advised to stay where you're at because of all those conditions. Like a haboob happened, and I'm like, I can't drive on the road. It's so fucking dusty. I can't see. And
it doesn't help that like every school expects you to be like literally the best human being that ever existed too.
Yeah,
Like-
well,
Like they just
I'm not-
automatically expect you to be like always on time
The
and
thing
just
is,
always
they-
good. And it's like, well, what if something happens? Well, then it's like, oh well, too bad. You should have been better. You should have left
They-
earlier. Like, how am I supposed to
Yeah.
know that my tire's gonna fucking catch on fire on the freeway? Like, you can't prepare for that.
no.
how about I'm not fucking Moses at the end of the day. I can't part the dust away from my car and just head to the test. That's not how it works for me.
I mean, shit happens.
Hey
Yeah.
teacher,
Yeah.
I'm
School's-
sick.
school-
I gotta go home early today. Why you no hire doctor? You know, like
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, schools like expect you to act like you're gods or something.
Yeah.
No,
Really
yeah,
not.
No. The thing is, they're supposed to be there to help you. You know, be the best person you can, but they don't care.
That. What's the point of teaching if you can't teach how to be a better person?
Exactly.
They're
They're
supposed to-
only
they're
there
supposed
to.
to- Yeah, they're supposed to be there to help you become the best person.
They're
But
gonna
they already
give you
expect you to be the best
the
person.
information.
yeah.
To,
All they're
Uh,
gonna do is give you the information and not.
we-
And not, they're like, okay, here's this. Now deal with it. Pretty much.
Yeah.
We haven't heard much from Russ or Alyssa. What are you guys' input on education systems?
they're dead.
All right, good talk.
The school's got them.
Thank you,
They're no
Kanye.
longer-
Very cool.
Russ, you good?
The law requires you to stay quiet.
Oh. How is it in the Philippines? Like, how's the education system there? Do they ever like teach
It
anything?
fucking sucks.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
that can go
that's
for
what I
almost
expect.
any. What were like the biggest things that, what do you call it? Grinded your gears about school? Just participating.
Basically just participating.
Just the
Into
general
anything.
idea that I was there at that horror place was just the worst.
Hey Russ, how's the
Spent my
education
entire
system?
time on it.
They put me in an asylum. I didn't see the sun for 3 weeks.
I mean,
I'm hearing voices.
No, that's just algebra.
They served me moist bread in the canteen.
Oh,
moist bread.
God.
moistened canteen bread. Oh yes.
Canned bread.
This is a real moist bread moment.
And you,
Not
Alyssa?
gonna lie, moist bread is good. Like, but when it's a sweet bread.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Alyssa.
Now,
Oh,
if it's like
moist
normal bread and
sourdough.
it's moist, probably not.
There's a
Wait,
difference between moist and soggy bread.
Like,
Pretty
did someone
solid.
piss
Guys.
in it or what?
guys, let's hear Alyssa's input. Oh,
Thank
we,
you.
we can't hear her.
Wow, thank you, Kanye. Very cool.
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Yes.
Hey,
Good
listen.
Oh no,
evening.
I straight up just said that yeah, it's pretty flawed, and I was like, what? And then I asked Russ for his input because he's in a different education system from us, and then it went to Russ anyway.
Bruh.
This is such a bro moment.
Man, everything's complicated when it comes to like law and school. Everything's always it's never straightforward. It's always
Life is complicated.
yeah.
It's kind of headaching when you think about what kind of education the school provides, and then you're coming to that question. It's like all these kind of standards that they want are completely fucking different from the test. It's like two different
I'm saying-
ideals. Like you can have
Russ,
like
copyright.
yeah.
It was
So-
only 2 seconds.
Well, that's enough. That's really enough.
Shit.
This is going on YouTube. Don't you know
Literally,
how they're
half a
copyright?
millisecond. Half a millisecond. If they can identify it, they'll.
Copy strike. Everything.
You son of a bitch! Why'd you play that?
Or video.
But it's the way I see it, it's like you got 1 + 1 = 2, right? But when you take
No.
well yeah, when you take
Yo, he just broke math. He said 1 + 1.
no,
Dude, I thought it was 5.
Here's the thing though.
he went
It's gonna be-
no.
Bro, I just
No,
think of
wait,
that picture
okay,
of
let me-
Gru. Hold on.
But what I'm trying to explain is that on school wise, it's gonna be like 1 + 1 = 2, and then when you take the test, it's gonna say this: what's 1 × 1? And for a person who's like at a higher level, they're gonna say it's 1. But if for other levels that are below that person, they're gonna say I don't know what it is. You know, a first grader trying to figure that out, I'm pretty
So-
sure you won't figure it out.
Why would they be doing problems like that though?
Because that's how the most standardized tests are usually placed upon. If I can recall back to
Well,
2000
Usually, by the time they're taking standardized tests like that, they should already have the knowledge of all those things. Otherwise, they wouldn't really be.
Well, when I was
Yeah.
in first grade, I was asked this complicated ass question where it's like, what's 5 times
What's the word
20?
orange?
Okay, well, unfortunately for you, some of us are less blessed than the others, but that's just.
Yeah, but like I'm still saying though, it's like if we should cover things that we've all learned together, and
Yeah.
nothing we've learned nothing that we have even learned, because all of you can gone so far is just learning how to go 100, right? But we haven't went into multiplication. I didn't even know what multiplication was
I
until
can
like
count to
maybe
10.
3rd grade. Because 3rd grade, that's when we started doing everything. I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind of embarrassing.
it is.
That's pretty late. I started doing multiplication in what, like 1st, 2nd grade?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
but
Wait, y'all didn't in first grade? What the heck?
Yeah.
Dude, one time. Okay, so just like cutting off a little bit. Sorry, but like just a little bit of a little story. Like when I was in like 1st grade or kindergarten or something, we haven't learned multiplication yet, and then my friend just fucking comes out of nowhere and starts asking me questions like, you know what 9 × 9 is? I'm like, what the fuck is a times? And then he's like,
Bro, you counted?
81. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Witchcraft.
What kind of fucking witchcraft is this?
Yeah, wait.
He knew basic multiplication before most other kids, and it blew me away at that time because I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Like,
So-
stop summoning Satan, dude.
Dude,
Yeah,
and then he came up with his division shit. You're like, what the fuck you drawing an L on the fucking paper for?
An L.
the way I thought about multiplications it was basically a fucking plus sign, but fucking tilted. That's the way I
Yeah,
Just- it
'cause
just
I
fell
ended up
over.
fucking tilted after
Yeah,
attempting
I
it
was
the
like,
first
you know
time.
what? I think it's like 5 × 2 was just 7, but it was just weird. They're trying to confuse us, but no, it was fucking 10.
Honestly, multiplication wasn't that hard for me.
I mean, it wasn't hard when
Division
I learned
was
it.
a little bit more tricky. Especially when they
wasn't-
started doing that long shit. That
multiplication
shit would
was
just take forever.
Oh, the
Right?
long multiplication with like going under and everything. Like all those extra numbers, the zeros, a place
Oh, nah,
holders
dude.
and shit.
Multiplication is fucking easy.
Yeah, it was, but my fucking 7-year-old brain couldn't wrap around like, oh well, you put a placeholder
just gotta
here
keep
and then move the
writing.
zeros.
Bro, one
You just
times
gotta
one
move
is
the number
one.
up.
Yeah.
I mean,
it wasn't that hard to
multiplication-
learn. It was just my friend like introduced it before we
Yeah.
heard what
It was
multiplication
before your
was.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, multiplication wasn't so hard itself. It's just that if you don't like, what's the proper term? Like, if you haven't learned it at that time in the quiz or a standardized test asks you that question, are you actually gonna know what it is?
No.
Oh, actually, on the topic of education, I didn't learn how to file my taxes until just like last year or this year actually. But I know I know what igneous, metamorphic, and all that fucking shit is. All the rocks.
I
you
don't
know,
give a
what-
fuck about a stupid rock.
Like
yeah.
why?
I'm so glad that I know the powerhouse of the cells instead of knowing how to make a resume.
Yeah, dude.
The,
I don't even know
Well,
like the basic laws to
I'm just
human
gonna-
life.
I'm just gonna shove the Pythagorean theorem on a piece of paper. That's not gonna be my
at
resume.
my school, there was
know
this
that
one
bread
English
goes
class
on
that was
sandwich.
fucking amazing. She held like separate stuff for the kids that wanted to know how to actually survive in the real world. Because she taught like senior English, so they were all pretty much about to go out and live their life or whatever. And she would give them advice and shit, and teach them how to do their taxes or just resume work shit, job shit, college shit, and it was pretty cool. We need to get more people like that in the school system. People that actually care for the kids.
Do any schools that you guys know about, do they actually have classes that are devoted to learning about life?
No.
'Cause
Yeah.
Mine didn't. Mine had a class about drugs, and that was it.
My
God.
class
What are
It
you
was,
saying?
it was just a health class that taught you how bad drugs were, and they just showed videos of these people that were in interventions and stuff, and that's it. That was the whole class.
Oh God.
Look,
Yeah.
I haven't learned the usage of Narcan until I was in my freshman math class.
Did you say? Wait, did you just say you're a narc?
No.
Did you say you're a narc?
No, a Narcan is basically one of those anti-overdose drugs. Basically, if someone's on an overdose, you use it on them.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah. So I haven't learned that until freshman algebra, and that was at the end of the year. And I took 2 medical courses.
What the hell does algebra have to do with drugs?
That's what I was trying to figure it out, but apparently it does make sense.
Oh boy, math! Time to do cocaine.
But no, I mean, in all seriousness, though, there are some courses that should go over these important stuff instead of other courses doing them for you. I don't know why we ended up talking about drugs in math class, but we did, right? It just happened to be so, and then we get to learn more information about it. But when you take other classes like sports medicine, medical foundation, nursing, all that kind of stuff, they won't teach you that. They refuse to teach you anything about it. And does that
And that's in your algebra class. In your algebra class, so it's part of the actual material, right? It's not just some kind of side thing that your class decided to go into one day.
My teacher just started talking about it because he had a daughter who went on an overdose, and everyone was asking if she's okay and so on because we knew her back then. But we learned about this stuff in algebra. We just learned it right away.
The fuck, dude?
Yeah, and then
They
you
took
got
the
a question.
information syringe and stuck it in their head.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's not a joke. It's real.
Schools are weird, man. Teachers are weird.
Yeah, but
yeah, they're people too, so
yeah,
they're all gonna have their unique traits or differences and ways of teaching and stuff that they teach.
Yeah.
In some ways, I kind of feel bad when I poke at teachers because I always poke at them and say "Hey, they got this and that," and then I'm looking back at it, and I'm well, I realize they're fucking humans too. They're the same as us in some way.
They're just doing their job.
I never really had a thing against teachers because they're teaching me. I'm not there to teach them.
Yeah.
And
they work. They grade tests. They work at the actual school, and they do stuff for you. The good ones at least. And then and for not that good of a pay even. So it's
I held prejudice
gotta give them
against
credit.
them because I've always had this feeling
retarded.
they're devoted to just make nonsense. And then I'm looking back at it and I'm well, no, I'm wrong at that end. But there's also some teachers that don't want to even teach all this stuff because they think it's not that important. And it's what's is this how the education system is going to be? We're all going to find out in the future and learn from it and suffer consequences when we could just learning it from now. It's just kind of crazy at that point, learning what how the system wants to provide our education instead of what teachers can actually teach.
Yeah.
It's whack.
Is there anything else anybody wants to throw in before we close out?
I just I don't know if this is bias or anything, but I always felt like college professors were a little bit more copy and paste. A lot of them are really similar to the other ones.
Yeah.
Whereas in like high school and whatnot, you have these like really crazy teachers, and they're trying to manipulate the material that you learn, and you know, etc. And then it's like, but it's in college, they're just, you know,
they know they're talking to, I guess, a more mature audience in a way. They're talking adult to adult.
yeah.
Not you're not in the same position as if you were, you know, the teacher and then you're a kid in high school, because it's a little bit more like you're on an even plane, I guess, when you're in college,
Yeah.
and not you know, as authoritative as a high school teacher or whatever. So they're probably not gonna. And then again, I feel like are most college classes really big?
Oh yeah, the lecture halls can get like 300 people.
Okay, that's it. So they don't really have the initiative or the care to interact with every one of them. So if you're gonna, you know, find out who that person is, you're gonna have to make the first step because they have no reason to.
Well, I mean, not all classes are like that though. I mean, there are still some classrooms that are like maybe 20 people large.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just, you know, I guess
Generally speaking, yeah.
Yeah, like what you were saying, they're on an even playing field. So I guess they feel a little bit more equal with them, like you were saying. Yeah. And I always kind of like that because, you know, one of the things that a lot of really control freak kind of high school teachers kind of do is like kind of make you feel like you're below them, even though you're both just people. I mean, you might be still a kid, but that doesn't mean that you should be treated like you don't know anything, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like the reason why
If you
teachers
put bread
impose
between
that.
two piece of bread, is it still a sandwich?
So the reason why I think they'll do it.
That was so random.
Yeah.
Disregarded completely. You shut the fuck up.
When teachers do that, I think I'm starting to see the point at that grounds where they're talking about like, some professors would just like what you said. They're just copy and paste, and if you don't follow to their orders like how they like it, they're just gonna throw a fucking fit. Like my professor would throw a fit if I did my work in a simple manner, because there are some things where I found just it's easy to do. But my teacher, however, said, you know what? This is actually the proper way you want to do it, because all this kind of complicated and stuff you're doing here, it's going to get you confused further and further. But all the other professors just wanted that way. And the way I look back at it, and when he was talking to me about like no one's going to be fair in life, you got to start looking into that. And I was like, no, I don't like hearing that. And I looked back at it right now, I'm like, shit, he's right. No one's going to actually care what you're doing, because they want what they want, not what you want. Not making anything. They don't want anything to be easier than what you think it should be.
They're not in your class. You're in their class, so.
Yeah, it's like I teach the lessons here. You learn everything from that end.
Yeah, still. I mean, you kind of have to learn to cater to whatever you're being confronted with, because yeah, sure, sometimes you're gonna want to do it your way, right? But it's not gonna get you anywhere. It's just gonna either get you kicked out or get you stagnant. So sometimes you have to learn how to take an L.
Yeah.
Just deal with whatever the professor's
just
bitch ass is.
Bite
Yeah,
the bullet,
pretty
you know,
much.
learn how to just be mature in life.
Bite the
you know?
pillow and take.
Shouldn't
learn to
stop.
take it.
Don't.
Yeah. Should we talk about a different topic or go on with this?
I think
we can.
I think
we can cap it there, can't we?
I think we can cap it in here. We've already been going on for an hour.
Let's. I feel like we should talk about games right now in this year. I feel like we should.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think we could
I
save
don't
it
care what you
for
guys
next
want to do.
podcast.
Yeah, I think we
You
could.
guys are done talking now.
in the next podcast.
Yeah, we got quite a lot here.
Yeah. We got.
Gabe's like, I don't want to fucking edit this.
Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
I mean, Just remember, he's gonna have to watch he's gonna have to watch this
Yeah, I'm
entire
gonna have
or
to
listen to this
watch-
entire audio
Yeah.
again.
And make sure he has to censor anything
Yup.
from the. Yeah.
So, good luck to him. He's got a lot of work ahead. Okay.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. I think we'll wrap it up here.
I might try and sneak in a couple hours here and there of like trying to figure out how to edit and shit, so I can help you guys out.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I've
that'll
seen.
be-
I've seen what Joe Rogan has done, so I'm like, you know what? Maybe the same thing as this.
Yeah. That would
Yeah,
help us
except
out.
there's no cameras,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
and we're
right.
not smoking DMT.
Smoke with Elon Musk.
Okay. I'm gonna end it off here.
I eat kids.
Thanks to anybody who watches.
Yeah, I might show this to my brother.
All right. Sounds good. You
Yeah.
might.
Hi, Angel's brother.
He's not even
Okay.
here. He's not even in the stage. You joke.
He will be
Joe.
one. He'll be watching, and then he'll be able to say hi to Russ back, and they'll be telepathically connected.
He was
True.
actually
I'll
here
feel
like
it.
3 weeks ago.
They're gonna say hi to each other, and they're gonna be like instant blood brothers.
Yeah. This is a big brain moment.
No, he probably wouldn't like for us.
Yeah, he probably will.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye bye.
See you next episode.
Adios.
See, hasta luego.
Bread.
The chaga.